Hey guys, Glenn, Mitchell, Nick, we're all together today playing some ExciteBots. Trick Racing. That's the subtitle of this game.
That was a
Didn't even
loud
know this game
intro.
had a subtitle.
Yeah. So this is a fantastic racing game. I love this game. It's so weird. It's so wacky.
Fast, too.
Yes, it is. So there's 3 different difficulty levels. We're gonna start with just Excite. Super Excite is basically the harder difficulty. But I'm kind of rusty, so we're just gonna do this one and go through every level, just to see how we do.
You don't want to do the super hard mirror. It's like,
Yeah. So typically, as we can see here, there's all these different bots. I typically play as the Bat. Yeah, the Bat has 260 different races run there. The Beetle gets no
you really
love.
don't like the beetle. You never even use it.
Yeah.
You gotta use the Beetle some tonight.
Should I start with the Beetle? Just right out the gate?
I think you should start with it and end with it.
Okay, we'll go with the Beetle, and we're gonna do Beetle Black.
What's wrong with this thing? I guess it's really bad turning or something.
I just never played as it. I mean, it had
This guy just hates beetles.
Yo, man, that wasn't that bad. They made a few good songs.
there's some other bots that have better stats that you start with, so there's not really much of a reason to play as this one. But yeah, anyway, this is ExciteBot. Mitchell, if you could introduce the game while I'm going here.
This is the sequel ? To the
Excite
Wii
Truck.
launch Excite Truck.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is a weird sort of spiritual successor to the Excite Bike, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, the Excite Truck sold really well, right?
Yeah.
It was a launch title, and there really wasn't very many Wii launch titles.
No. For several
So-
months, no, there were not.
Yeah, so it sold pretty well because of that, and they're like, well, I guess let's make another game. And so they made this game, and it didn't sell well.
Yeah, it sold terribly.
Really?
Yes, it did, which is so sad because I love this game. This game is so fun. It holds up so well, in my opinion, too, just playing it. As you can see, the graphics aren't too bad for a Wii game. It's just a super fun, fast game, and I think it runs at 60 FPS. I could be wrong, though.
So it sold really poorly in the United States, and then in other countries it was only available as like a My Nintendo reward.
Yeah, Club Nintendo. Yep.
Oh yeah, Club Nintendo at the time.
So, yeah, that's very strange, for a Nintendo game to be published by them and then not get released in other regions around the world. It only got released in North America, as you mentioned, because Monster Games was the developer. They're Canadian, I think. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, and so Nintendo just didn't bother putting it out elsewhere as a game you could purchase. So that's our first race down. We kind of talked about the history of ExciteBots, but in this next race, we're going to talk about the mechanics behind it all.
Yeah,
Just in
those
case you're
guys
confused.
Their guys are working real hard putting these bots together.
Not those guys, but but the how this game works. Its whole rating system and everything. Let's jump to another bot. Let's go with the frog.
Okay.
Midnight Blue.
So we gotta do. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say you gotta do a green frog, but I mean, I guess it just doesn't matter, does it? Huh?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Anyways, so mechanic-wise, as you could probably tell from the first one, it's about collecting like stars to get a high enough rank.
Right. Honestly,
And you-
placing isn't really that big of a deal. Like getting first as long as you get the required stars. This game just really wants you to do tricks and such, like the title implies.
Yeah, you can like you get like points for like everything, basically.
Everything.
And how well you do, you know, in that sort of challenge nets you more stars. So you right there, the person in front of him just did bowling, like hitting the different like little honeycomb things with the question marks.
That's what that was. Bowling.
They can like manipulate the course by either making things spawn, or as you saw earlier, by sort of reshaping the terrain.
Yep.
To do things like, you know, create ramps and stuff. So it's this sort of weird mix of like trying to do stunts and do your bowling and make sandwiches. And
play the tambourine.
Yeah, you know, and still like remaining stuff from like a psych truck where, you know, there's like tree runs where if you drive through like a wooded area and you hit obstacles and stuff.
Yeah.
You still get points if you crash really good.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen that yet. We're going to see that at some point, I'm sure. But you're right. This game is basically Excite trucks on steroids, more or less.
It's like psych trucks with bugs on steroids.
Yep. And
it's like spiders on crack. Classic YouTube video.
Is that a video?
Oh yeah, it was a video that was really popular in like 2007.
Wow. I'll have to look that one up. So there's these bars. I'm not doing this red bar very well. You have to spin the Wii remote like in a circular motion. It's kind of weird. I think what it's doing is I think it might be like recalibrating or something. And so
recalibrating, or it's just maybe taking time to reset the map.
Something like that. I feel like it's some sort of loading screen. It feels like it because there's always one in every level. And I don't know. It's kind of out of place, doesn't it feel like that?
They do a good enough job disguising it as a place to get some points.
Yeah. We got first.
This frog thing honestly looks like it's like Monster or Red Bull sponsored. Like the way like, the colors and the markings on it look.
Kind of. Wow, somehow I got that same score, but I was nearly 10 seconds faster.
Huh.
At some point, that's weird. Okay, so we're just going to keep going to all of the major nations around the world. Should we try the ladybug next?
I mean, it's got the little zigzag mouth, so I think we gotta.
Let's do a forest green ladybug.
All right.
In Canada.
I think that's what those Canadian ladybugs look like.
Yep. Okay, so we got some leg running in this level.
They look so funny when they're walking. Like, they just obviously look like they're just like not meant for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here we go.
It's like it's an afterthought. There we go, baby. Now I get by yourself. Now I get by you.
Yeah. 5-star song. 5-star song. That just happened.
See? These big beetles are sure doing you a lot of good right now. These cars.
Yeah, you're starting to look a little bit like Beetle Adventure Racing all over again.
Yep, this is actually the sequel to that as well.
Coventry Cove.
I missed that icon back there.
Get to my all-time favorite part of this game where you throw the pie.
That is a thing. Did you play this game, Nick?
No, I only played Excite Truck.
Ah. How did you know about the pie throwing?
Because I saw you play it before.
So you've watched me play the game at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I just came over to your house and watched it.
I see. Okay.
We weren't allowed to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't touch.
Well, this game isn't 2-player, right?
It is actually 2-player, but I feel like there's something weird about 2-player. Like, there's like no AI players or something strange like that. This game also had Wi-Fi online play, which was great.
Really?
And you would think a game like this would have nobody online, but it actually had a
And
pretty...
now it's true.
well, it had
The people who were there were dedicated.
Yeah, it had a very dedicated player base. Not doing super good on those red bars.
I remember like you played the online quite a bit for a little while, and
Yep.
I feel like half the time I went in there, I'd see you playing against like the same 3 people.
Yeah, they were the same people, and it's funny because they would always try to get first. You know, like that was their priority, was getting first. But I was back here doing tricks, spinning around, throwing darts, and doing bowling and everything, and that's what made me win at the end.
You really taught those little kids a lesson.
I doubt they were little kids, but maybe.
You know, there's somebody who bought this game or got this game as a gift whenever they were little, and they played it all the time and they loved it, and then they like lost it and they can't remember what it's called, and they can't find any evidence of this game existing.
Probably not, yeah.
That's pretty specific.
Sure, it's like that for
There's
a lot of
one
games.
There's one person that this is that fits the description of, I'm sure.
So anyway, I'm playing as the Bat this race. The Bat was always my go-to. This is my car right here, my bot. Bullseye. I don't really know what it is about the Bat that made me always play as it. Maybe just because it looks cool, I guess. I don't know.
Does it have any like really beneficial stat or?
It is lighter and it's pretty well balanced. So I guess that's it, I suppose.
So I mean, that just means if it's lighter, that just means you get more airtime and more stars for it, right?
I don't think you get more airtime, but I think like your verticality or whatever, you know, you can jump higher and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
So right there, we're on a trampoline. We almost didn't make that.
Oh yeah, that was scary.
We're in second at the moment. Okay, red bar.
Hammer is winning.
I'm gonna kill the mantis.
Okay, there we go. Super red bar. That was a good one.
I've never seen somebody red bar any better than that.
Up the goal.
I love how stuff just shows up on the track.
Yeah.
but it's all stuff that you like instinctively like get. You know, it's like a WarioWare micro game.
Yeah, that's weird. Back in the day, that was the best game I could compare this to was WarioWare. Because it just feels like random stuff is just happening.
WarioWare racing game. Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like there's a lot of room to make WarioWare-esque like mashup genre stuff. Like, you know, this is an example of it being in a racing game. It'd be interesting to see it in like a shooter or something, like where there's like always stuff happening.
Just a large variety
going on
of different
Yeah.
concepts all being thrown at once.
It'd be interesting to see. I'm trying to think of like another genre that would work in. I mean, I guess you could technically put it in anything, right? You just have to throw a bunch of junk at the player. Just have one overarching goal. and just throw a bunch of little things to distract them. I'm trying to think of how you could even make something like that work in like a shooter.
I don't know. I feel like
genuinely can't
what is
think.
that game called? Stream Cheat kind of had some concepts that were, you know, of that nature.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Just sort of like something where the visuals are constantly changing up, or how the guns handle, or something.
Right.
Maybe something where, you know, like every 30 seconds, yeah, like the type of gun changes, and it goes all snipers, and it goes all rocket launchers. Or, I mean, that just sounds like an offshoot mode of like a larger game. But if just stuff like that was always happening, that'd be interesting.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna play as the hummingbird this race.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably the lightest one, isn't it?
There's only 3 weight classes, and it's the same as the bat.
Nice.
Ooh, we did a super bot throw right there.
That was done by lifting the ground underneath one of the other bots.
Oh, tambourine.
Just tossing it. Oh.
There we go. Nice tambourine.
That was awesome. Put your hollow bones on that bar, boy.
Anytime I do a red bar, I have to like go way back because I don't want to hit the microphone. Also, I just say the bars, the yellow bars in particular, are super satisfying because it's always the same timing, you know? And it's just, it's like, here we go, boom.
And you just get a giant speed boost.
Yeah. 180 spin right there. Nice, nice. And a super tree run. Ooh, look at us fly.
So it looks like
you
chose right in picking.
Yeah, we're doing great. I'm liking this.
I guess also, yeah, this is going really well. Something we also didn't mention that I'm sure people have noticed if they're paying attention is the overheating.
Yep.
Mechanic.
That's from ExciteBots.
Yeah. It's borrowed from ExciteBots, and it's like truck, and it's still here where it's like a boost mode, right? So
yeah,
you can sort of like, you're always kind of pushing it
to its limit.
Yeah. And where you overheat, that's obviously bad and slows you down. So it's just like another thing to manage in the already hectic, weird little collection of mini games.
Yep.
Kind of
And water will deplete the gauge, like just all the way, as well as ice. So that's why sometimes you'll see me like drive into the water or whatever. It's because it just completely drains that, and of course that's very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we are doing great on this.
So yeah, so we're coming in to the finish line here. Can you get the flag?
Yep, we got the finish flag.
Ooh.
So that's interesting because
go.
the person in first might not get the finish flag.
Yeah, if you just miss it,
yeah,
the person behind you can get it. And make a solid run there.
Awesome, we got a good score. I like this hummingbird.
You did well with it once, and now it'll be the main vehicle you drive forever.
Oh, we got a new scene.
Wow.
So the scenes are just unlockable trophies. Yeah. They're just extra things that you unlock. Scotland.
Yep. I like this. I like the sort of peach colored sky. It's nice.
Yeah, this is actually a map from Excite Truck. They reused some maps.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a cartoony colored version of it, right?
Yeah, they updated the visuals, and
wasn't the Excite Truck one like in the fall in this map or something?
maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, you're right. I think there were like leaves. Nick, does that?
Yeah, because I
ring
think
a
I
bell?
remember it being like orange.
Sound
Nick,
familiar at all
remember?
to you, Nick?
I don't remember this part. Like the jumps are different. Yeah.
And then I remember to the right here, there was the tree runs, and yep, looks like we're going through there.
Yeah, did they get rid of the tree runs?
Nope, tree runs are still in the game. We just have not seen them yet. Oh, and we have a firecracker. We got some air. So
Alright.
doing the backflips on the trampolines are not super responsive.
This doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't work very well. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I'm not doing it right.
Some really specific flick of the wrist. they
Right.
require.
Yep.
Just a couple of those, no biggie.
Oh, come on, red bar, red bar.
Do it.
4 red bar. Bad sportsmanship here.
You can't. And first place doesn't matter, but you can't let that guy get
I
first
know,
place.
it's gotta get through here. We're gonna get it? Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get it? Yes, okay.
There you go. You get more stars at the end for it, or is
Yes.
it legitimately just... Okay.
So first place gets 50, and then, you know, as you go further down the list, then you get less stars.
Yeah, it's beneficial to get first, but it's not everything.
Right. Yeah. Okay, Mexico. Let's do a different bot. How about a centipede?
Yeah, I like the centipede. I think it's one of the coolest looking ones.
So after you race 10 levels with a bot, you unlock skins for them. As you saw with the bat, I had like the vampire skin.
Yeah, it's like the Dracula skin.
Yeah. So. And we're probably not
remember-
going to see any of those tonight, but it's definitely a cool thing.
Yeah, it's a little bonus. I remember whenever we were younger, I'd like watch you play or whatever,
What the heck?
and then yeah, you're going real slow on this. I
That red bar
remember,
was
like,
not good.
No, it wasn't. I remember you'd be playing, and I'd be like, "Oh, get 10 so we can see the skin that we get on this vehicle," and you'd be like, "No," and then you just play the bat.
The bat is so good though. That's what.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. That's the one I always used online, and I did pretty well online. So.
See, what I'm saying is like you just never even tried. To
I
get
did
any
try the
ones.
other bots. If you look at their stats, you'll see.
Tried it.
Yeah,
Like
Like the beetle, that you'd never played.
Well, that one has really bad stats, so there's no reason to see its skin. Oh man, these red
I
bars.
disagree. You're doing bad all of a sudden. You were the master of the red bar before this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing them. Like, I don't think I'm doing the motion controls as big as I was before, or something. I don't know. And now I'm overheating. This is just the centipede situation. Is
This is
just
embarrassing.
and our first crash. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Surprisingly, it took you that
Embarrassing.
long to crash.
So basically, every jump you want to like spin, I'm gonna do tricks. It's just more points, you know.
Yeah. It only helps you, right? You can't.
Yep.
Do you get turned around if you don't spin right, or do you just keep going forward no matter what?
You go forward. I don't know
Okay.
what the deal's with these red bars.
You're just not doing them too well.
get some chompers out there.
Guy's using his firework. He's trying to get away.
I like it whenever it like stands up.
Really funny.
Ooh,
There you go.
that was rough.
Those red bars really did you in.
They did. We didn't get S rank on that one. So the red bars, as you can see, you get to like kind of roll the Wii remote like in a rhythm. It's very strange. How about the Hornet?
Okay. You just like the light flying ones.
Yeah, I mean those are the best ones. So as we saw with the previous map, certain tracks are only 2 laps, other ones are 3 laps. This one is 3 laps. We're very small compared to the other ones.
I was about to say, for a second I was like, wait a second, there's 3 laps? Whenever we did the last map. I was like confused, like, wait, was it always 3?
No, most of the time it's only 2.
And this map was in ExciteBot too, right?
Excite Truck, yes.
Excite Truck, yeah, that's what I mean. I remember this one because this one had like the really big tree run in it. Right?
Whoa, I think so, yeah.
Had like the big tree run through the bamboo.
Actually, that
like
might
that.
be, I think you might be referring to a different China map. Or actually,
yeah.
no, you might be right. It might be right here. Somewhere.
All I know is, they might not even be bamboo, but it was just like, oh yeah, I think it's bamboo, just they're in the water. I always thought that was cool. Because it's in the water, it allows you to just hold down your boost and just go really fast.
So we kind of talked earlier about this game and how it's sold and everything. This game just kind of was announced out of the middle of nowhere. Like, it wasn't shown at an E3, it wasn't revealed at any big event or anything. It was announced in Nintendo Power, and it was like, yeah, this is out next month. So it just kind of came out of nowhere. And honestly, I don't even know what reviews for this game were. I don't know if reviewers liked it or not. For the most part,
I don't even know
reviewers...
if reviewers played it.
Yeah. For the most part, reviewers liked Excite Truck. I mean, everybody liked Excite Truck. So I would imagine they thought this one was fine, but maybe it was too chaotic or too weird for some people. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
The game...
It seems like a game people would either love or hate.
Yeah. This game definitely had, like, just if you just looked at its box, you could not tell that this was a Nintendo developed game. It looked very shovelware-esque, you know, like, and that was very common during the Wii era. So
they had a lot of games that look like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I could see why some people were just put off by its looks. Also, I think this, I could be wrong. This is once again another fact. I could be wrong. This and Mario Kart Wii were the only 2 games that you could get the Wii wheel with. Like, this came packaged with a Wii wheel.
I guess they probably tried to use that as a selling point.
We got a heavy squid here. Should we try this?
Oh, get the truck.
The truck. Yeah, the truck is an unlockable thing. You have to perfect mirror mode, which means you have to get S rank on every level in that mode, which is very challenging.
I want to see the truck run.
Honestly, I do too.
Now we're driving in the squid.
Yep.
The salmon squid.
Oh man, he is heavy.
Hey, you're hardly getting up off the ground. You're doing a lot of jumps though. He's really heavy and hardly goes off ramps, but you spent like 3/4 of the time in this map in the air.
Yeah. Probably was not the best choice for this one. I think we just destroyed somebody back there.
You just tossed him in the air. Did something I would have expected the beetle to do.
Also, I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but this game has a very unusual soundtrack. It's very techno-y, much different from ExciteTruck's rock soundtrack.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, that just...
Remember that one had a whoa, the frame of the car.
What were you saying, Nick? Oh,
I'm trying to remember what the Sight Truck soundtrack, not techno.
it was rock. It was all like rock and roll, kind of.
That makes sense. Yeah, American-made trucks.
If it was trucks, it should have been country.
Yeah.
Nothing more exciting than a slow driving my truck.
Also, it doesn't look like it, but the oil or whatever that is here, it actually does cool off your turbo gauge.
It seems like it would be bad.
It does.
Like I feel like it would kind of make sense if it would would force you to overheat. Is there anything that does that?
Forces you to overheat?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
It seems like something that they would. It seems like something they would do. I guess it seems like something they'd put in a map for you to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they just wanted to keep you moving forward.
Oh, crash. The squid is another vehicle I'm not a fan of.
So yeah, you've been all over the place with the squid.
Okay, we're in 4th right now.
If you could add one new creature vehicle to this game, what would you add?
Nick, any ideas?
Elephant.
Elephant?
Or a whale.
Yeah. Oh, I like the whale.
Yeah, whale definitely.
That would be excellent.
Big old whale, and it gets on his little legs and starts running around.
Yep. Each tippy fin thing, yeah.
It feels very
It's got the
Nintendo-esque.
Yeah. It's a good one. Let's say I want like a... My first gut reaction was armadillo, but
Oh yeah, that's good.
I don't think that would work super well because it would just be curling up into a ball and that would just roll on its own, but these all have little wheels.
Okay, I think I know my problem. I think I know my problem with the red bars. I think I'm going too far with it now. I think I'm over-exaggerating it.
Extending.
Yeah. Oh. Home run!
I'm trying to think of another, I think like a flamingo would be fun.
What about just human?
Something like, no.
Yeah, well, no, he'd have to have a name. It can't just be human.
If it was a human, it would have to be like one of those most extreme graphics. Where it's like, the bald green man made out of numbers. And he does some weird thing where his hands transform into wheels.
Okay, well, we've completed the Bronze Cup.